Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation, and the topic is what causes a woman to lose interest in her husband? It's a great question because it happens all the time. And men, I hate to tell you this, but you're always the last one to know when something is going wrong in your marriage and in your relationship with your wife. And I'm going to tell you what the number one cause is, and then I'm going to go more broadly and tell you a lot about marriage and what you can do about it. And I want you to subscribe to this channel. It's very important because we're the only ones who are really teaching marriage correctly. Marriage is a spiritual thing because it's all about love and happiness, which are spiritual, right? They're not material. So the number one cause for a woman to lose interest in her husband is that her husband has begun to take her for granted. And more, a husband will take her for granted. And that means that when you do a comparison from how you behaved when you were first dating, not even when you were courting, but when you were trying to win her, when you were excited about seeing her, when you thought about her all the time, when you admired how she dressed, how she smelled, how she looked, and you told her. And how about now? Right? I mean, if you put yourself, that self, to the now self, side by side, you can see it. And it boils down to what I call overfamiliarity, where you just start taking her for granted. And it's a natural process, human nature. We become comfortable, and it sucks for her and for you, because it means that you have not been focusing on nurturing your love for her, nurturing your devotion, and it's not your fault. Be really clear. No one teaches us this stuff when we get married, before we get married, or growing up. I was a divorce mediator. I saw it all the time. That was over 20 years ago. And then when I started helping couples, what I did is so different from how traditional marriage counseling works. What I did, and if you want to become a TMF marriage counselor, we're going to have pre-sign up pretty soon. Let us know you're interested. But what I did was I said, okay, why do you get married? Remember I said I was going to get into this? So why do you think you got married? Not why did you marry her? Obviously you fell in love with her. But why get married at all? And there's two amazingly simple, obvious reasons that are never front of mind. Number one, we want to be happy. As human beings, we are souls, essentially souls. We have a body and we have a mind. And that joy within, that joy of the soul, is something that we crave. And so we look for it outwardly. And we know after a period of time that getting a new car every year isn't going to do it. Going to the gym all the time isn't going to do it. It makes us happy, but it's fleeting. And you never know when you're going to get sick or when your car's going to get crashed into. But that joy within, it's a natural craving of the soul to experience that joy. And we look for it, rightfully so, in our marriage. But when we get married, we don't think, okay, I'm here for happiness. So is my wife. I'm going to do everything I can to make her happy. So there you go. What have you done to make your wife happy? And the answer is not very much. And so, of course, she's losing interest in you. And how about love? You had that connection, that soul connection. It's why you're called soulmates. What have you done to nurture that? Nothing. We're not taught. It's not your fault. So that's why you have to subscribe to this channel. You might want to get one of my books. But I'll tell you right now, if you're searching this, if you're Googling this or going to YouTube on this topic, it means that your marriage, and I say this to men because men are slow to grasp what's going on, it means your marriage is already on a very steep decline and you need the course for men. Now, Most of you are going to say, no, I just need a few tips. That was really helpful. And I'm telling you right now, it might be helpful, it might resonate, but you need the course for men. And I'm not just trying to sell you a course. Trust me, that's not what we're doing. We're nonprofit. I'm here to help you. So going back to this, why did you get married? To be happy. Why did she get married? To be happy. Why else did you get married? To experience love, unconditional love. What have you done to make those happen? So instead, you've been living your lives on a mundane plane, and that's not what you're supposed to do with marriage. You're supposed to live it on a very high plane, and it's become somewhat boring. And I can't tell you what the next step is going to be, but it's not a good one unless you proactively turn it around. And that's on you. So I hope you like this video, even if you don't like what you heard. Leave a comment if you wish. Don't leave something snarky. That won't do you any good. Instead, think about this. I want your marriage to be successful. I want your marriage to be like my marriage, where I wake up every morning and I go, oh my God, thank you so much. I can't believe the wife that I have, the life that I have. I want you to have that too. And it can be done when you know how to be married. I'm Paul Friedman. Thank you for visiting. Visit again. Subscribe. God bless you and take care.